Hello berries, welcome to a Soraka Sport game, playing with Varus up against a Kaiser Thresh. I was just mentioning how Soraka's silence can make it so people can't click the lantern. If you're silenced, you're not allowed to click the lantern. But then again, what are the odds of someone actually clicking a lantern? Probably below 1% anyway. Oh, interestingly, Thresh went Exhaust instead of Ignite. I mean, if you're going up against Soraka in particular, or like a Nami, anyone that heals a lot bot side, usually, and you're playing a hard engage, usually you want to go Ignite. No Ignite on the... Oh, you started Oracles. Okay. Yeah, usually, you go Ignite. You want to get the kills and stuff and mitigate the healing, so it's nice that he's got Exhaust. It does look like we have an auto-attacking Varus rather than a lethality. Lethal tempo usually reveals that. If he was going lethality, like the focusing on Q burst damage, then he would go Arcing Comet. But it looks like my Varus is confused. He is moving. They're gonna get level 2 priority at this rate because of that AFK at the start. We're just gonna let them have it. I think we should let them have it. Oh, that's not good. Ziggs died. I think we'll just take W level 2 here. Varus, you have no HP, just FYI. Nice, and we get the proc there, which means more healing onto the Varus. Yeah, I get why the Thresh delayed his soak for such a long time. Because the longer you take to hook, the enemy... I mean, we're 4 HP now. I think Varus just needs to, we just need to play this, right? Go. 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 Please. Nice. Okay. Yeah, they should have had first. I mean, if the Thresh had Ignite as well, I'm pretty sure they would have just got the kill. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the Varus could have been a bit more aggressive there. I think he could have picked up 2 kills. The fact that I was the one running down them when... I don't know if the Varus realised I'd already topped him up to 4 HP. But yeah. Just get this plate here and then he just needs to hit the plate, please. And then... Kaiser might W the bush. Bye. She nearly got to interrupt. There was a control in this brush as well. Yeah. Did the Thresh not buy health potions? I didn't even notice that. But yeah, anyway, it's a shame. Yeah, I think the Varus could have pushed up quicker. The fact that I was the one hunting them down and having to spam ping forward and stuff like that. We could have got 2 kills. Varus was very apprehensive about... I don't know. Maybe he's got stuff going on because he was AFK level 1 for a little bit, so... All good. We will just make sure that we focus on ourselves. We don't care too much about what our teammates are doing. It's all about self-improvement. Probably won't see this Varus ever again. We'll do 2 points in Q. Just for extra harassment, a little bit of extra rejuvenation heal, but also helps me push in the wave a little bit quicker if we get to that point too. He's gonna get rooted there. The Q slows him down while on that silence so that he gets rooted. Okay, I might be donezoed here. Are we okay? Okay, another one. Go, 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 go. Okay, I am okay. I'm just gonna eat a health potion. Just all the glass shards in my mouth right now gives you extra healing. So yeah, we should just probably push in this wave and then reset, because otherwise we're just going to overextend. Kill this kind of minion with my charge. Get out of there, buddy. Okay. I really just want... This would have been a perfect time to reset. I'll help. Bro. I will help this wave, but then that's it. I'm not forcing myself to overextend like this for no reason whatsoever. Reset, please. I think we'll do CDR boots. You know what? I'm going to do something slightly different. It's perfectly fine to do either CDR boots or boost of swiftness on any enchanter. Swiftness boots is generally better against hook champions just because it gives you a little bit more leeway in terms of like being able to reposition. They don't have too many slows on the team, although it will affect like the Thresh ulti wall if we get hooked and then ultied, but the boost of swiftness also allows me to move around the map a little bit, which I might want to do, because in the most polite possible way, I think Varus is having a little wobbly here and there. I mean, the score is fine with 2-0-1 on bot side on him. It's just I need to keep other options available to me as well. Is E root more guaranteed if you hit Q? It helps a ton because they're getting slowed, right? So if they're slowed on top of the zone, then it's harder for them to get out of the zone. And if you position it more, so like in a direction where they want to go as well. So you, like I pathed my circle like more in front of the Thresh where he wanted to go towards his bot lane, if that makes sense. Rather than putting it like the center direct on top of him, I did it more like that. So he had to choose whether to go backwards and just get DPS'd on more, or he chose to get root. I mean, either way is really good for us.
Intuition isn't the loneliest school, but it's close.
Need to be a little bit careful here just in case. I wasn't really paying attention to Minimup. I'm not sure where Jarvan is at the moment. Like here right now, my main concern is I'm not just chucking up my E randomly. So I was going to say, I'm worried about Lantern plays. So I mentioned how earlier that Soraka E can just, yeah, now we're going to do silence overlap on that. So now she's double rooted. Source actually keeps the Kaiser alive. Yeah, I was gonna keep the. Sorry, I was gonna say I was keeping my silence ready just in case Jarvan was gonna come into lane, so that we could silence the lantern, so that Jarvan wouldn't be able to click on it and then join into for a fight. Look at this point in the laning phase. It's really bad just to spam your E, unless you know exactly. Like here, for example. So if he chucks that, he hasn't got mana for lantern, but we're gonna need to silence this Jarvan. So hold, nice kill. Silencing the Jarvan, standing in the circle. He's now rooted. I've got my ulti, keeping this Varus alive. Keeping the Varus alive. Varus died, alive. Rare's here. I can try. And bait here. Okay. Wave state's not great though. Ideally Bro would push this in and shove this wave under the tower, but it's fine. If the lantern is out of range, how does the silence work? If I can't put a silence directly under the lantern, like the scuttles the lantern, then the next best thing you can do is just anticipate the next best thing you can do actually is just silence the Thresh, because the next thing he's probably going to do, if he has it, is flashing forward So ideally as Thresh, you are lanterning someone, and then as soon as they click the lantern, then you flash forward, and then they will go to your new location. So if you can't silence the lantern, then you need to silence Thresh, just to make it so that he can't flash forward.
An ally has been slain. Expectations must be shed like water.
I'm just gonna put a ward up here. Get rid of that basket. Might be a bit risky to do this. I've got flash. Just want to make sure they can't clear up my wards using that bloom.
Enlightenment is hard. Relationships are hard.
Shame that missed. I mean, even though they're clearing out that ward, we have wards behind them, so we should get a heads up as long as we're paying attention to where Jarvan. I mean, Jarvan's mid, but if he moves. Ooh, actually, that was a. Okay, we're just gonna flash over the wall here. And we should be fine. Varus's position's actually really good because he's cutting them off and going home, basically. Okay, good job. That was actually really good positioning there from Varus. Basically forced them to have to stay and fight that.
A river never stops. It only changes course.
Got ulti, just keeping an eye.
Immortal to be. Gouge of valor.
Still got ulti. My ult, I think, will still heal the person inside Mordecai's ulti, even though we can't see them. Like, Soraka ult is like one of the few abilities in the game where, like, if the person is stasis, you can still actually heal the person at stasis, which is pretty crazy. Okay, that was a good she combo there from Jarvan.
What would the school of the Godfist have been like?
Nice. That Quinn skin looks weird. Is that a new one?
A busy mind.
She kind of looks like a
Of intuition.
a light bulb. What is this skin? Warden Quinn.
What's mine is yours.
The enemy actually hasn't got any anti-heal, and we've got Soraka and Varus, the Blade of the Ring King, on our team. That was a Kramer. Okay. Jarvan's right there. I could maybe try and out-heal some of this stuff, but Jarvan's got no ulti. Ziggs is very deep bot.
What worth is power if it's not shared?
Not much to do on the map right now. We've got a minute. We could just probably reset here and get some more wards. I think if the Thresh was better, I would consider going Michael's just to cleanse the hook. They're gonna see me reset, which is actually really bad. I should have. Okay, now they're all mid. Varus had to flash out. No, he still has flash. Are you ELO oftentimes mid and AD carry don't swap lanes in mid game? Do I just go mid anyway? Yeah, I think sometimes you just have to do that. You can ask them to switch lanes, you can do the pings, but if they don't switch, then yeah, you need to transition into mid lane.
I left the current school too soon.
If you overextend bot side, it's just going to lead to 2 people dying rather than just 1. I don't like my position here. We might be okay. Dragon in 20 seconds. Quinn died. Ult wouldn't have made a difference.
Knowledge is a cup that can never be full, only filled.
Thresh is trying to prep up Dragon. I probably could have been engaged on them. Where our ulti's just been used. They now know that our jungle is top.
If I transcend, we might see
Anything else? I actually got that kill. What? Like they really want me, huh? Our jungler is top, so we don't have smite for this, but we should be fine. Okay. In your opinion, Soraka can have a kill here and there as a snack. I mean, yeah, I think the E root part got the kill, so that was probably like 60 damage or something. After, like, yeah. Would have been about 60 damage after resistances. That's what got the kill. I'm on my way here with my passive, but not here quick enough. Wait, Thresh is trying to freeze this wave. It would be nice if we were to play for Herald. We got a 9 kill Bra. To just keep gobbling up the objectives. Okay. Okay. I think it feels like a kind of GG, but we'll see.
Those who don't listen have no intuition.
Ziggs is like in Narnia, buddy. Do you need a way out? You okay? Yeah, getting Rift Herald here would just give us a free tier 2. Maybe even a tier 3. Especially with the Ziggs satchel. Don't like my positioning here.
The 5 schools are not rivals, but
Might have to ult bot. They're overextending quite a bit down there.
eyes in the sky.
Okay.
I am shaped by courage.
Don't have a minion wave here and we had to give up on midway. Yeah, I don't want to get Mordekai's ulted.
Let me aid you.
Yeah, just happy resetting. It's quite early in the game to start going for tier 3 towers and stuff. I think we should just have done Rift Herald.
Does love require a different sort of
There's
intuition?
no blast cone here. Thresh is on his way. So he has to walk through the route, then he gets rooted. Just kill him. Okay, it's a flash at least. Oh, he did die anyway. Okay. Jarvan's here now. Like, I can be quite bold and overstep now. Like, they won't have enough damage to kill me, especially when I've got, like, heal and flash. Can't get there in time. Probably just pop Herald here. It's a shame we don't have Ziggs though for the satchel, just to delete the turret even quicker. I'm just gonna charge the bot turret. Yeah, okay, good. be dead here. Okay. Another dragon in 15 seconds. I guess we probably can't defend the Drake.
Do you have any gossip on the other students? What are they buying?
I think that last tick was gonna kill. Don't know, it feels kind of bad using on a 0-3 Quinn, but can't let them keep having kills and momentum, especially when our Barons are. Ow, I'm dead. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't have any summers there for myself. Looks like Azir is gonna fall down to the Quinn. They need to kill the Jarvan here. Exhaust used on Ziggs. Quinn just needs to keep auto attacking. Where ulti misses, unlucky. Alright. Okay, first death of the game. Isn't it a bit too early for Dawncore? Nah, I always go second item on Soraka. Moonstone into Dawncore is like a giga healage. And then here we can kind of do whatever we want now. With these forbidden idols, we could go Michael Steel to Kanza Hook. We could go into Ardent. There's a few auto attackers on our team. Staff of Flowing Water would be fine here as well. You've got lots of different. There's no real like wrong option here. Redemption's fine too. Although I would say that Redemption probably isn't that great here because these fights are very quick. We don't have a tank. So everyone's just dying pretty fast, so by the time Redemption were to land anyway, so like the person that I probably would have wanted healed is dead anyway. I don't have ulti.
Expectations must be shed like water.
I have ulti now.
Mortality is within reach.
Wasn't enough to keep the bearer up. You might be able to kill people here still though. Big heals, you seen it? 2 heals, 3 heals, back up to full HP. Just straight up silence on the Zhonya's, and then the Mordekaiser can't do anything, he has to walk out of it. 6 can satchel this. We should probably go Baron here. Or we can just kill them. I kind of just want to take the bottle, to be honest.
Not Crim joined the berry bush. What's 9 plus
I don't want to leave Ziggs by himself though here. Oh, now I'm dead. Hey Crim, thank you for 21 months. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we had to be in agreement to take all this portal together. Yeah, I should have just left the Ziggs. Ziggs is like, why did Varus leave me? But it's actually, he did the right call. As a moral redemption, we do Ardent. It's fine.
My family's legacy in my unyielding staff.
That's another problem with not having a tank on your team. It's just like there's no, you can't play front to back. Like it's just back. So I'm always exposed to random stuff like that. Like I'm not getting much help here. Checking this area. It's a bit scary still to like check these bushes. We can maybe fight them here.
A busy mind is the enemy of intuition.
Yeah, I would love to. We should just reset and do Dragon, sorry.
Refresh my mind.
Do you not prefer the support item that gives you shield rather than Dreammaker?
I decide my course.
It's okay against assassins. Like if you want to take that for extra protection, you definitely 100% can. I do find generally the item, the shield from the support quest item, it can get procced off pretty easily, and the shield itself, it feels at times just does feel like it's kind of pointless still.
How much longer until I trust?
Alright, Jarvan's now silenced. He can do anything.
Passes to you.
Alright, we just need to clean this up now, we just need to push. We don't need the top towers. Alright, Mordekaiser can't go through there. Where I landed ulti, I don't have silence for that. I'd summon a heal maybe, if I tap that at the same time as pressing my ulti.
Time to learn about
Okay. I mean, they can end here, it's not a problem. It's a bit of a disjointed fight with us kind of going in like 2 at a time, but... GG's! You prefer the Slay one? I like Slay on Nami generally because it's easy to like proc off. I'd say on Soraka, it's not that convenient to proc off at all. Like if you miss your Q in the fight, then that Slay won't proc at all, right? Working on the Varus, sure. I'm on the Braille, why not? Cool, slowly building up my flex. Yeah, I was getting some questions on Discord last night, like how to climb as a support and stuff, and you know, I think there were like silver and solo queue and stuff. There are laning phase. If you can get a really good solid laning phase, you'll climb to gold to plat pretty simply, right? And then if you just play, if you're playing an enchanter and you're not sure what to do in the mid game onwards, honestly, if you just make sure you're at the back, make yourself hard to target, that's usually more than enough because the enemy will try and overextend and go for you. So yeah, like mid game onwards, you can just play really, really safe and passive and get away with it as long as you're making sure that you're doing some warding and things and stuff still.